All right, I am back for another round of mucking up the VCC debugger. So anyway, I've made some additional cleanups, and I've got of course I've got my big ass fucking TV set up again. I decided to bring that over, and of course my dog's looking at me like she needs some more food or something, but her bowl's full. She just wants some more attention. I've been giving her attention all damn day. Won't leave me alone. So anyway, I'm going to be doing some cleanup and furthering some of the updates and changes that to make the debugger a lot more solid, a little bit better. But there's a lot of changes on it that I want to make, but not going to be making all of them right now. In fact, there's probably quite a few of them that I'm not going to ever get a chance to get to. I'll leave that to other people. But let me see. I'm gonna post this to Facebook. Man, I can't. I must be annoying them completely with this crap by now. God, I hope so. All right, so all right, I actually I already have a message to go to because I've thought about that. And let's see, that's part two. I don't want part two. It says live, but I changed my thingy. Well, damn. Yeah, it says part three. Well, let's change this. 36. Oh, there we go. I did have the wrong one up there. Damn. Well, I screwed that one all up, didn't I? Let's see if we can't do this. This is probably going to show up I think this is cached on my side. Yep, totally cached on my side. Damn. Oh well, that's cool. All right, so my dog finally figured out she's got food in her bowl. She's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go eat now. Oh, more boring? Yep. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna post that shit. There we go. Awesome. And I got some vanilla ice going. Total, total throwback night. So anyway, let's get started. So now I've already done a little bit of cleanup since the last time. I actually just started kind of going to town on moving some stuff around, and then I was like, nah, I got to do this live. Got to do this live. So anyway, those are all committed. I moved some stuff into the namespaces. Um, there's actually some stuff in here that really actually doesn't belong. The MMU state and the CPU state really don't kind of belong here. These are kind of could be system wide kind of things. There's nothing really debug specific other than the fact that the debugger was introduced and needed it. But this actually could come in useful for a lot of other extensions to VCC. In fact, I'd like to see kind of the ROM pack interface kind of extended to have access, direct access to some of this data, just so that you can do like debugging extensions, not necessarily like a debugger, but like the profiling stuff, I could do all of that in a ROM pack. In fact, most of it is in a ROM pack, with just a little bit of you know access to data, not having to kind of you know decode it from some whacked ass um, uh, array of data. I mean, and of course some of us I think initially came from like functions, and then they turned them into macros and blah 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 and all that stuff. So we're just going to shrink some of this down for a minute, because there's some stuff that needs to be in like a debugger class that really does. But so anyway, I should probably um, what the only problem here is with the CPU state, and really this should just be general register state, unless we're going to include some other stuff about the internals of kind of like what state the CPU or emulated CPU is in. But this little piece right here just doesn't really seem to belong. This actually there's like multiple instances of this for different things. Uh, Around in the code. I think there's one in the main line VCC, which is used to kind of trigger off um, a change or a command sent from the UI, because those are running in different threads, so you've got some stuff that has to happen there, and then you've got instances of these in the um, for each of the CPU implementations. So some of that code's going to get consolidated too, and then you have another one in the uh, emulator state. What is it defines? What is that called? That's system state. So then, of course, you've got some of these things which probably really don't need to be there either, because these are um, kind of belong into to the debugger. We want to kind of separate some of this stuff out. And all this stuff right here needs to be in its own class. Make it a little bit easier to manage and to extend later on. So we can help isolate some of this stuff a bit more because there are like details of dealing with some of this stuff that are spread throughout the code. So we're going to try to take care of some of that today, or at least in this installment. I do have a couple hours, and yeah, um, I've been able to actually find some time to work on this stuff lately, a lot more than I really thought I would. But it's actually becoming more and more difficult. It's become a little bit more difficult each day. So actually, let's go back here. Hmm. Yeah, I'm going to take care of that later. So I am just going to keep these in here for now, and we'll move those out. But actually, you know what? The first thing I need to do, where is it? Set. Um, oops, my find window is over here. So let's do set cursor position. Oops. All right. Okay. So what do we got here? Is this it? Yep. Set focus. Okay. This is the right one. All right. So this is anyway. The problem that and you're gonna understand why I'm about to delete this. In fact, let me change this on this overlay. So, okay, you see my little, where my mouse cursor is right down here at the bottom. This is my icon for launching the debug version of VCC that I'm working on here. I try to keep this here as my primary so that I use it more and if there are already problems, I'm likely going to encounter them, by using it. So when this happens, see now where my mouse cursor is up here in the left-hand corner, it always moves this. And the problem here isn't so much when it starts up, but when I go over here to the debugger, okay, so I've got this window over here. When I do that, when I close that window, my mouse cursor again moves over here. If I go over here, get rid of that, my mouse cursor is down here, and I hit this, well, my mouse cursor has just moved again. That is a really bad interruption of the user experience. So I want to get rid of that. And the reason is when I click this little icon down here, after that window comes up, I expect my mouse cursor to be down here because every other application that I have installed on my machine does that. So this we're just going to get rid of. I don't know who put that in, but I need to have a chat with that person because that's really terrible. So we got that taken care of. We're just gonna build that. I'm gonna commit that so that it doesn't. Oh, and I forgot to change my style back to darker color. So now I'm getting all this freaking glare. All right, removed auto moving of mouse cursor to system menu of emulator when it feigns focus. Ta-da! So at least I can be polite in my commits. So, all right, so let's see what we're going to do here. We're going to do this, and this is actually going to require us to do a fair amount of changes that, I mean, if I don't make them, then I have to go through and change pretty much everything at the same time, and I really don't want to do that. So we're going to do this. We're going to do debugger. And I'll probably rename that to somewhere because like debugger is like really, ooh. Of course, I may be able to get rid of the debugger namespace altogether. I would hope so. So anyway, we got our debugger and we just want to copy this shit over here. We're gonna make these public for right now, even though eventually they are not gonna be. Let's see, we do need vector from here, and that shouldn't be needed anywhere else. And I don't think string is used anywhere else in here either. So we can take out those. We still need windows in there. All right. There we go. So I'm just going to format that a little bit, and we're going to go down here, and we're just going to do VCC. Oops. No, that includes it. Okay. It's just not popping up on. I should. Okay, and it'd help if I had that there. Um, yeah. See, that's why. It's because that's some redundancy right there. Well, that'll work for right now. Um, and this is going to generate a ton of freaking errors because everything's been moved around and it is no longer in there. So that's fine. That's fine, just fine. See, so we have to do debugger in all of these. Some of this is going to go away because some of this functionality is going to be moved into the debugger itself because that's where it belongs. All right, so we got that. I don't think there's. Let's go down here. Ta-da. So I'm probably gonna have to do this in all of the UI windows and then the main VCC stuff. Actually, let me get rid of that fucking window. That was so annoying. It's just so bright. So anyway, some of this functionality, like checking the CPU state, this kind of stuff's going to be moved in there. Typically any place where we're seeing this inner critical section, leave critical section, that's kind of stuff that likely belongs within that debugger itself rather than in the breakpoints. These are just a client of the debugger. They shouldn't have any idea of a lot of its details. Um, so let's do this here. We're just gonna go down. Make sure we got that. Ooh, system state. That's there we go. And some of this will be changed so we don't have to use that. We'll just be able to use auto. I love how the C++ community repurposed that. It was probably the best damn decision they made in a long time. Yeah, see stuff like this in here in the memory map, we can kind of clean that up a little bit. So ta-ta-ta. Yeah, this is like the most irritating portion of doing some of this stuff. But we'll get this stuff out of the way. This allows to kind of upgrade or expand a little bit later on. Like this right here, these that right here will definitely go into the debugger. In fact, these will probably be some of the first ones that I do, and we'll probably just change that to an atomic instead of even bothering to lock it with that. I mean, it's a single value or it's an integral value. So the CPU um, has intrinsic functions for handling that anyway. I mean, there's you can lock out that from if you're reading it from one thread, you can lock out that other thread from being able to write to it. That's what atomic is. It's great addition. Of course, I think that should be a C++ 11 thing. I don't know. I stopped following all the shit, the different versions a long time ago. Um, and of course, since I've been working predominantly in C sharp, the I don't bother with it much anymore. It's like you want to know about undefined behavior, either go out and read about it or you'll experience it yourself. And when you have to spend, a week in a debugger trying to find it because of undefined behavior, you're gonna wish you'd actually gone out and read about it. All right, so that looks good. Yep, there we go. Oh, that's that warning. I may fix that shit today too, man. That's really annoying me. All right, so here we go. This should be the last. No, we got a few others. Let's go to here first. Hmm. And there's one instance where it's kind of using this stuff for locking the rest of the data. That's I'll have to keep that in mind. I wonder if that's a new wonder if that was added. I don't think that would have been added for the debugger, but we shall see. All right, so I think that's yeah, I think that's it for that file. So we can go down here to this one now. Wow, it's the EMU loop. Oh, that's the initialized critical section. Must be a thread. I'll have to take a look at that. All right. Oops, wrong one. Let's take a look at this because that's one of the first things I'm going to do here. Yeah, it's a thread. All right. Okay. Begin thread EX. All right. So that's in one main, and that looks like it's only going to ever happen once. It's going to create the thread, it's going to run it, and then, yeah, it's going to be done. So, okay, so we can move this into there. Okay, so we're good there. We're good there. We're good with what I was looking for. Oh, wow, man. It's like one night in Bangkok, Murray Head. I just realized what that was. Now we're going into the 90s with like the Humpty Dance. No, that would have been 90s. See if there's a info up here. Now, they got the lyrics, but they don't have the of course, they talk about how Tommy Boy Records was founded in 1981, but they don't give a can't say shit about the song they're playing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was because that was like Arsenio and let's see. Um, yeah, 1990. Still got it. Fun song though. Sad that Shakshi is gone. Bummer. All right, so that's all going good. So we're gonna actually I'm gonna do this. I am going to personalize this. I'm gonna change this shit to all right, colors dark, app mode. There we go. All right, so now I can move my let's see, where is here is my little desktop there. Move this over there. And it still pops up. See, and this shit's still white. I don't understand why. I mean, I guess maybe I should maybe I should kill the app. Maybe it only picks up on it. Yeah, see, there's shit. And is it always going to be open to that on the other monitor? No. Okay, cool. But yeah, man, this not honoring the app stuff is really going to be just make it simple. All right. Actually, I can stage that from. I should start getting used to staging that shit in VCC. I really should. Really should. But you know what? Old habits die hard. Good movie. All right. Oh, let's see. What do I want to do now? First thing we're gonna do is actually where was. Okay, so there we go. So yeah, I couldn't figure out why my because I was editing the files and I kind of caught onto it yesterday and I figured and I realized that it was not inserting tabs, it was inserting spaces. Anytime a tab would be space, space, space. And that was really getting annoying because my settings are actually set to insert spaces instead of tabs. But at the same time, one of the advanced features was set up that I actually didn't know about this particular feature that it has adaptive editing like support. So it actually like looks at some of your source files and says, okay, it's predominantly spaces, so we're going to insert spaces, but it's not what I want because the code I was working with had tabs. So I don't know why it. So yeah, the adaptive stuff that's just a failure. So all right, so this kind of needs to go away, but first we're gonna do this debugger. All right, so we're going to do this. We're going to move this up here. Debugger. And we're just going to go with the with that. All right, and then I want my debugger source file. There we go. Now I got something to put in here. Get our default here. All right, so that was that initialized critical section? Oops. Yep, right there. Hmm. That poses a problem because of the way that that has to work, and we need to be able to do that. We can't. Bummer. All right. Thing is, we know that we need this for other stuff, so we're actually going to. Oh shit. All right, let's do this. Actually, I'm going to go back over to here. We're going to change this and we're going to rename it. I'm just going to leave it there for, leave it the same name for the moment. All right, so what we want to do. And we'll just do this for right now. Da, 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 da. Okay, so those look good. And these right here I'm going to do next. And this here. All right, now I got to deal with this freaking dependency here. But that is easy. Should be easy anyway. All right, so we got that. We're all good. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and commit this because this is going to trample over changes from last one. All right. And ching, then we're done. Let's see. Now, of course, a lot of this is just first run, so things do change. All right, so let's do this. And we are going to do this. Still kind of run into the same problem with it here, but actually that is the right way to do it. So let's do this. Well, sort of. Let's see. Okay, let's go over here to debugger, and we are going to do this. Make this private for now. I really, really don't like doing this way, so easy enough. don't have to worry about that at all. And we want to do this. And actually, we're going to make this. Nope, we're not. Not yet, because we don't have any need for it at all. All right, so we got our section lock. And, okay, that's working fine. We go to here. Okay, delete critical section. Actually, you know what? Add our destructor in here. And oops. All right, there we're going. Perfect. All right, so it still has that problem to deal with, but that is a separate issue. So now that we have that, we're gonna have to reduce its uses, but we need to make sure that we are getting all this stuff great. So let us I do remember how this one works, so we are going to take this one. Let's see. All right, there we go. And that's actually going to allow us to get rid of the idle there. So we're going to kind of hit this. And let's see. All right, so we need to get up here. We're going to do this. Not really sure I like putting this here, but and we can get rid of that. For right now, I guess this will be okay. We're going to change that to just command ID, maybe stick it in debugger. So, and consume pending command. All right, so we got these. That's perfectly fine. So let's do this. And this is really just a simple pending command. And of course, if you try pulling the consuming a pending command and there isn't one, it's going to throw an exception. So we're safe with that. We don't have to do any additional checks on our side. That's great. All right, so that's gonna require some changes in other places. We're gonna drop a couple of commands in there. So of course we're making it optional. So I guess I could nest the type and it would be and make it atomic, and we'll reduce the use of this the spin lock here. So, all right, so we got some warnings, blah, blah, blah. There, we got like an error like this. Wait a minute. Oops, duh. All right, so not really concerned with that one, but yeah, stuff like this right here. Update CPU cycle, or update CPU state. So I'm not really sure that should, a lot of that should be in there. So we'll finesse this a little bit later and get some of that cleaned up. Now, if you're wondering why I'm actually going to the trouble of doing this much work on something that, one, I didn't write to begin with, and two, I could certainly make do with just a couple of hacks, is that there are actually um, some actually key changes and stuff that I would love to add to this. But it's got to be more workable. I mean, there are sections where, or at least that there were sections where certain things were, really obfuscated rather than simple, than simply encapsulated, and that was kind of it makes that kind of stuff that much more difficult to work with when you do have to go in and change some of this. And I anticipate expanding pretty much everything in here at some point in time. So I want to be able to work with it, and I want to be able to go into it with some confidence that I'm not going to have to make corrections to something that in order to make it work better or fit into what needs to be done. So there's um, and it makes it, I guess, easier for other people to work with. So we gotta do this. Got to queue this command. So it makes sense to kind of get some of that working ahead of time. Queue command. Nope, that's not what I want. This is what I want. Halt is not the same as break. It should be. Let's see. Oh, let's go up to state. We've got run. Void step, and I guess we do have a halt. I don't really understand the difference between a halt and a break. I mean, I guess you could just stop. Seems redundant though. So like, yeah, so one of the things that, and just to give an idea of a minor like update that I would do with something like this, um, and really has nothing to do with any of the changes that I'm making at the moment, but uh, certainly would make things easier is to have an instruction which initiates a break. So you're running in your code. Maybe you don't want to step through everything, but you do want to have it break here every time. Like if you've got like a critical error or something, that's kind of how certain modern systems will work. So if you get an error, it'll go ahead and halt, but you want to be able to break that at that point in the debugger. And if the debugger isn't running or attached, then the instruction does nothing. So, and like on the PC, they'll do it with int3, I think is the way to do it under Windows. It's basically a software interrupt, number 3. And that doesn't, and if a debugger is not attached or it's not to that process, then it just doesn't do anything. It just keeps on going about its merry way. So little things like that can make debugging a lot easier in some cases. So so that's just one of the ones. I mean, anybody could add that right now. I mean, that would actually it wouldn't take that much to add something like that. And who knows? Maybe I'll do it tomorrow or something. Shit, I don't know. All right, so we've got debugger. We've got run. I'll probably reorder these. Oops, forgot my scope. All right, so we got our break and all of that here. So now we're going to go in here and we're going to do this. Wow. All right, so debugger, and that's break. And that's going to be pending command. All right, now, you know what? Actually, what I'm going to do is this. I don't know if this is actually a good idea, but it's pretty easy to get around or to switch over to it. Um, but um, having an atomic just makes it a lot easier. Problem is that there's like no copy, so this may not actually work. I have never done an optional atomic before. Actually, you know what? That is not going to work anyway because I still have to lock the optional data. So that I don't know if there's a specialization for optional. I'll have to research that. It's been a while since I've had to use C++, so I'm not really sure what the default memory model says about the contents of something like optional, because I would imagine that the um, that type of access would have to cascade down, and I don't think it would. I think I have to do an optional or a an atomic option. And actually, I don't know how that would work. That just seems wrong. So we're gonna leave it like that for right now. So anyway, and we don't have any problems calling this or locking recursively. So let's do this again. So this we'll be able to make it a little bit easier to work with, I guess. All right, so here we go. So we want break. So yeah, we can enter and leave the critical section multiple times. That's not a problem. It has a count. So that's really cool. And as far as I know, critical section does not lock on a multiple enters. So, but if it does, we're certainly going to find out. In fact, I'm going to stick a breakpoint there just so we. All right, so we've got. As pending command. Consume. And you know what? I know what I need to do. I need to reset that optional so that if it was just a get, I wouldn't have to worry about it. Whoops. Reset value. So yeah, we're gonna need to lock around this, and I will probably switch that to a C++ equivalent, just so that I don't have to worry about the unlocking. I mean, or I'll just create a wrapper for the for critical section. I mean, actually, I can do that with a probably do it with a smart pointer, with a shared smart pointer, in fact. All right, so I'm going to need to lock all of these in some way. So, and then this goes away. All right, so that's consumed, right? We get rid of the reset, blah, blah, blah. And all right, so we've got that working good. Let's go on to some of these other errors. That should be, I think that's the only one for that file. Well, maybe we don't have as many as I thought. I was pretty sure we would have. Yeah, here we go. These. So I guess we could do some locking right now, just to kind of see. I don't like that. So we've got our section lock, and then we want to get out of this. All right, enter and leave critical section. And we've got our command for break. All right, so, and my keyboard is going to go wonky again on me. Oh, lovely. Yeah, there we go. All right, so halt. All right, so we need to get halt, run, and step in here. Yeah, it's like every once in a while my keyboard does a shit where it stops responding. I think that either my dongle is going or the keyboard itself is going, but it's indicative of a failure. So let's do this. All right, so we've got, let's get some of the, oh, let's do this. All right, so we've got run is run. We'll just, you know what, we're gonna copy this here, make this, all right, run DMC. Run's house, whose house? All right, we got this and we got halt. All right, so that takes care of that. You know what, I'm gonna go ahead and lock this stuff. Enter. Oh wow, man. See, this is why I like prefer the C++ kind of lock, because you can lock it locally and your RAII kicks on in. So let's see, auto value, and then I don't have to do shit like this. So, all right, so we got inner critical section, and this actually, not like it really probably matters, but duh, thinking ahead. All right. There we go. Tisk tisk. I prefer to have my stuff released just as soon as it goes out of scope. Actually, you know what? I may, now that I've already written the code, I may actually go back and do that for this section lock. But all right, let's go back over here. All right, so we've got halt and run. Step. 2-step, 3-step, 4-step, I don't care. All right. So, and then we can probably reduce these down to, let's see, halt CPU. What do you mean? No, there we go. All right. Reduce that code down just a little bit. Get that going. Yeah, this is like the most exciting stuff. Must return a value. All right. Return value. Forgot about that. And we are error free. Cool. All right. Now we have a way to tell the, or to let the any UI tell the mainline CPU executor, or whatever they want to call it, give them a signal of what to do. Of course, it still has to interact. I mean, everything's pretty much a client of the debugger. Nothing is actually happening automatically yet. But probably some of it probably should. Some of it should excuse me, belong. Some of it does belong in here, but we'll see. And once we get some of this done and I get some of this cleaned up, I'll actually be able to go in here and add a few things that the CPUs can just trigger off without actually having to know, to do all of this kind of stuff. They can just call a function and excuse me. And let's see here. What do we got? Okay, we got break, we got run, we got step, we got halt. And let's see, moved. Debugger. All right, so we got that done. I mean, I guess I could test it, but why is that giving me a? Oh, watch EMU pages. Okay, let's just do that. Wait, what? Watch MMU page. I'm not sure that one actually. Huh. Maybe I'll have to address that later. But it's not giving me a warning about it or anything, but I hate that kind of crap. All right, so we've got that. Let's go in here. What else can we do for right now? Not, well, let's change that real quick. How many of those do we have? We only got a few, but make it a little more descriptive. There we go. I should do that. Watch. And da 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 da. Yeah, like setting the breakpoints in the MMU page and all that. That'll happen in much the same way, just to make sure that everything is locked. And you know what? Let's do this. Uh, critical section. Yeah. So I was watching TV earlier, right? And I was flipping through the channels. And I noticed that Silver Bullet was on with Corey Haim. You know that one of the him and Corey Feldman used to do a lot of stuff. I was like, oh yeah, that dude died. All right, so you know what? I'm just gonna do this. God, I gotta find out what the naming convention is. Oops. Now let's do this. Okay. And then in our debugger or destructor, got this. Let me just change this to section. I probably should have just done this earlier. All right, so, oops. Now I can just do this. Oops. What do you mean? Include debugger utils. There we go. Oh, there we go. Duh. All right, so now I can just do this. And as soon as this goes out of scope, destructor is called, and boom, it unlocks it. So now I can go back. I should have just done this in the first place. And that's really all I need. So if there is an exception, it'll get called or unlocked in the unroll. So no, no, no foul there. All right. All right. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Resource acquisition is initialization, y'all. Good tip. RAII. If you're into C++ or planning on doing C++, look it up. Yeah, I'm getting totally lubed while I do this. I was lubed before. I've been lubed all week. It's jiffy. All right, so we got that. All right, now I'm just going to commit this over the last one. There we go. Should have done it like that in the first. Ooh, I was like moving shit around, man. Wow. All right, so what else can we do here? And I'm hesitant to do it right now, but I'm thinking about. Okay, we got section lock. Where do we want to go with this? Where do I want to go with this? Proc state, not too worried about that. MMU state, I should probably. We shall see. Let's take a look at. Was it processor state or was it breakpoints? Yeah, breakpoints is kind of the big one, but the processor state. Oh, that's right. There was this bug. I'll have to test that here in a minute. So this should be true to keep it from being opened again, because right now you can open that dialog multiple times. All right, breakpoint. Yeah, there's some stuff surrounding there, but we're kind of dependent on this at the moment. So, oh, all right. So let's do this. Let's move this up to here. Actually, let's. You know what? I'm gonna keep those public for the moment. Clean that up later. All right, so we've got MMU page type buffer, and we want a breakpoints buffer. Not any shorter, but hey, you'll see why. Actually, I guess it is kind of shorter, isn't it? Yeah, it is shorter, but not what I'm going for. Not what I'm going for. All right. All right, so what we're going to do here. Oh, nope, that's not what I want. I want this. You know what? Just to, there we go. Buffer. Well, you know, I could probably just skip all of that. And we'll do that. You might be wondering, why am I doing it by value? Trust me. All right, let's go back over here to debugger. And we're going to do this. And this, we want to go to breakpoints. Wow, I did the wrong one. So this should be down here. So let me fix that real quick. Oops, and yeah, it's in, nope, debugger. Oh, pretty much the same damn thing, I guess. Oh no, that's unsigned character, that's why. All right, so we got that up there. We'll do the watch RAM buffer here in a minute. So let's move these down to here. We're actually going to go ahead and change this to that. You know, I'm just going to even that out a little bit just to be a dick about it. You know what, I'm going to do that with this one too. Ha. All right, so we got set breakpoints. So that's what I wanted to do here. All right, so we're going to get our lock up in here. And what was the name of that puppy again? CPU breakpoints. Actually, no, we can just change that to breakpoints. There we go. There we go. That's better. Just one extra line there. All right, so we got our set breakpoints there, and now when we compile this, we can go through. Wow. CPU, all these people using that, man. That's tragic. All right, so we got this CPU breakpoints clear. What we're gonna do here is change this to debugger and breakpoints buffer type. And that way we can get rid of this lock throughout the loop. Set breakpoints. And I don't think we have to actually do an explicit move here because this is an expiring L value. So it's not used beyond this. So that should actually initiate a move, at least if I remember correctly. So not much of a problem for that. But I am going to do it anyway, just to be safe. And needed or is whatever. All right, so we got that. So we got our set breakpoints and we got our break immediately after it. Um, so that's cool. But who calls this? All right, so that's all called within breakpoints. So yeah, that has all control of its own data. Don't need to lock anything with that, or at least shouldn't. Um, but we'll find out eventually, I'm sure. Let's actually, let's take a quick look. Okay, yeah, it doesn't need to do any locking anywhere else, so only when it's doing that. So it's only expecting to lock up the debugger. So the debugger will handle all of that now. All right, so we build our map and we're good there. So that should be it. Alrighty, we had one failure, but who failed me? You have failed me for the last time. All right, so what is this doing here? This is passing breakpoints onto the CPU control. Hmm. Well, isn't that spiffy? What do I do here? I say we move this into the debugger. But before we can do that, we gotta move these puppies in there first. So, since that, I guess he has not failed me for the last time. So you know what? I'm gonna take care of that real quick. See, that's okay. We're locked in there, so we're still pretty well protected. So we're gonna make this public temporarily, and then we're gonna go in and take care of that other issue, and then we'll get back to this. Ah, it's almost time for my hair. See, I've been wondering why the last couple every time I get on this is like my forehead starts to kind of itch a little bit, and it's because I've had the fan on and my hair. I mean, it's not like thin or anything, but I've got enough of it that it kind of bunches up here, and then I've got like these short little strands that come down, and they've been with that fan, they just kind of like swing back and forth, and after a while, it just fucking builds up and it gets really irritating. Um, so I keep on scratching my head like a fucking Forrest Gump and shit. So I'm like, fuck. Gets really annoying after a while. All right, so I fixed that. That should actually be fine. Oh, that's right, CPU breakpoints. Ah, how did that compile? That should not have compiled. See, this error is still freaking here. Let's do this. Okay, it failed. And it's gonna go do all this other shit now. I just got less warnings now, but there's some of these, yeah, I'm gonna eventually have to go in and do that because that's just becoming noise. That's just, it is this noise. And see, this shit shouldn't be compiling. All right, see, there we go. So we're just gonna change that for right now. Actually, you know what? I am going to stash my changes. I love this. All right, so that's stashed. So I don't have to make a commit on it. I don't really have to do anything at all. And it just kind of reverts everything back the way it was. And now I can go in and take care of this. So, all right, so we've got the memory window. I don't think that don't necessarily know that the config dialog is going to be part of that, but we're going to make this part of the debugger. Although I don't really want to right now. This is actually really a terrible place to put it. But if I don't move, it has to be moved out of here. That's for sure. Um, and if I keep it there, I am going to get a really even worse problem with the mutual dependency, and that's something I'd rather avoid. So I'm going to place this shit up into here right now and see if we can't um, uh, offload this kind of stuff somewhere else, or do it in a different way where I don't even have to know about this shit. I mean, this is something that should be relegated to the UI. So we're going to drop this stuff in here right now. So I'll get um, and then that's going to have to be in yeah, see, like debugger. So it's back to that again. Monitor window, yeah, all these are going to be the same. Memory window, and then processor. So because a lot of this is, I mean, as far as the outside of like the UI windows themselves, um, the window handle is mostly used by the GUI, but it's also used to trigger off certain aspects, so it won't do anything if you've got the processor, um, or if you've got one of the windows open. So it'll actually skip a lot of, skip updating a lot of stuff. Um, so, but this, let's see, we've got that. Yeah, see right here in the memory display, and so I'm not really quite sure where I'm going to end up putting those though. Oh yeah, it looks like we've got plenty of them here. Yeah, we've got one right here, here, and here. That should, thinking that's all of them. So kind of keep a separation from that logic. No, one motherfucker failed. Oh, duh. Oh, right, the one that tripped it off in the first place. I'm just going to make this really long because it's going to go away. Well, sort of. It's gonna move. So we'll put this function here into the debugger. This whole thing. All right, so we're good there. And I don't think that we need any other windows stuff in there. All right, so moved window handles into debugger. for now. All right. Oh, let's go back over here and pop those changes. Okay, no conflicts. That's good. Perfect. Now we're back where we started. All right, so we can go back over here to debugger. And let's see. Okay, that's fine. And that's fine for right now. We'll kick this off as the first commit for this set of changes because this is going to be a pain in the ass. This one is it's not that it's bad or anything. It's just there's a lot of little things that have to kind of move over. So that's the watch proc state. Yeah, see this. See all this goes out to the current CPU. So that's kind of a global thing. So that's not a problem. All right, so nothing's failed. Let's go ahead and commit that. Let's see, that was okay. Uh, let's see, and then we moved. Um, oh, oh, all right, just some simple little encapsulation there. All right, so now we got to move this into the debugger. So now we're going to do I'm just going to move this down here. Update. All right, so we got that, and then we're going to do get this up in here. All right, so get CPU state. Oh, still got another one. Oh. And we're just going to do this. Get that lock out of the way, and then we've got a. We'll have to do something about this right here. Maybe return it. Because it is. Actually, I forget what the fuck it's used for. All right, so what do we need to include here? Which one of these little things is going to be it? Throttle, Coco 3, audio pack interface. You know what? I could just go to. There we go. Defines. Ew. Don't necessarily like that dependency, but it is at the it is in a CPP file, so I guess for right now it'll be okay. Well, I'll just make a note about that because I will fix that later. So this thing is you can't always fix everything all at the same time. That's the downside to some of this stuff. So. Da, 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 da. So probably have to move system state into its own little file just to be decent about it. All right, so we've got that. Defines. Oh, back down to here. Get MMU state. All right, what is get MMU state and who is using it? All right, that's going to be VCC, I think. Nope, that's Coco 3. What the hell? All right, well, we're going to search for that bitch. Oh, TCC. Okay. TCC MMU. There we go. All right, so now all we have to do is deal with this. Who's doing what with this? So I'm not sure this should only be updated if they've got the window open, though. I mean, if I close the window and I get a breakpoint that happens, I'm probably going to want it to break. I mean, I might not have enough room on my screen. I'd have to close it while it's running. So, tisk tisk. So what do we do with this? All right, so debugger does its thing in there, so that one doesn't actually kind of count at the moment. But CPU cycle. Well then, I might just have to move that into debugger as well. Should I or should I not? So I really want to get rid of that idle. All right, so we've got either halt and then that. Okay, so we're only checking to see if we got a halt. And then we just don't do anything. I have to dig in and find out exactly, what the real difference in here is between halt and break, because they seem to have slightly different uses here, and not seeing why. All right, so let's do this. We've got these be protected. Those don't need to be public anymore. And maybe I'll just keep it as state. Move these down here. Okay, we got set breakpoints. That's perfect. Okay, handling that. Now, go back over to here. so that starts out as, or did start out as idle, so okay, we're good there. So current state. Now we need to go over here to debugger. So that's why this CPU control here, um, there's two instances of this, and they're essentially the same thing. Um, so when we had this pending command, we're gonna eventually move this into the debugger as well. So let's see, watch it, view state is good. All right, and we're all locked up here. Okay. So it'll do this on pretty much every iteration. That's good. And that current state. So we need to get that. Oh, come on, my keyboard. There we go. All right, that should take care of that. Now we need to head over here to this, and this is going to have to be updated as well. Yep, there we go. If what is that? EMF state? What the hell was that? Yeah, EMU state. Yep, I just copied the whole thing over there. And it doesn't know anything about it. Of course not. But it needs to. Actually, you know what? I may just do is halted. Okay, let's see. Oops, what was that? One line number was that 212. No, it's got defines in there. So where is EMU state defined? Okay, so we just do an extra and system state all over the place. Okay, that seems logical. Is this defined in any header file? Ah, it's gonna make my head hurt. All right. Make that shit a lot easier. I'll have to go through and change that. So let's go back over here to Coco 3. And that was line 212. All right, there we go. So I should probably just say is halted. We're going to leave that for this right now. All right, debugger, then return 0. That should be all of it. And the debugger. All right, so we've got, actually we can get rid of that now too. So that should all be nice and hunky-dory. So pending command, current state. I'll have to go back and rethink some of the naming on some of this stuff because, hey, I treat that kind of shit as a separate task with some of this stuff sometimes. I just try to generally keep to a something a little similar kind of. If I think it'll reduce the amount of noise, I'll do that. A little harsher than I was expecting. Wow, man. All right, so let's see, what did we do here? I guess we should probably test it just a little bit at this point. And it shows up on my other window. All right, so we've got our memory display. Hey, it's updating, but we got our breakpoints. All right, so let's do this. Print and spin. All right, so new breakpoint. That seems to work. Oh, and let's do this. Processor state. Halt. Okay, cool. Halted. Run. Step. See, halt and break just seem like the same thing to me in here. I don't. Okay, run. Step. Step. Halt. Step. 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 Run. All right, so that seems to be working fine. Let's see if our breakpoint works. Oops, wait, what was that? Oh, wow. Oh, there we go. Don't know why it wasn't mounted. And actually, I don't think that it works on that one. Or no, maybe it should. Yeah, it should. New breakpoint. There we go. Ah, and it broke. Step, step. See, it's got a. I'm going to change that so that it centers it so you can see what was just executed. Step, step. Yeah, see, oh, that's. Oh, did we just call? We just called into a. Yep, ROM routine. So okay, we're good there. We're good there. And we'll just do run, and there we go. Still seems to be a little bit of a delay in there. I'm not really sure why, if it's like the focus kind of stuff that I'm switching off. But yeah, okay, so it's it went on, and we close that, and our mouse pointer stays where it's supposed to. That's awesome. All right, we got that. We close that, and that is done. So let's change this here, and okay, so okay, we already noted that. See, that came out of Coco3.cpp. All right, and that should just be deleted that, update that, and that leaves all of that stuff good. And that, okay. And processor state, you know what, I'm going to leave that there for now. I don't want that, no reason to include that there. And then I'll do this. All right, and we've got our commit. Awesome. That's pretty cool, man. All right, so now next is, let's see, what the fuck am I going to do next? Okay, deal with those menus later, setting the MMU page. Is that, let's take a look at what's being updated here. Hmm. I'm not liking the MMU page being there because that's more of a UI thing. There's got to be a better way to get that. I'd rather not have that as part of the debugger. So now the watch MMU state, I can, I guess, see with the debugger maybe a little bit, but I have to add some hooks in there. We'll see. We shall see. Damn it. All right. So we're just gonna get the CPU or get the state there, watch the proc state, get MMU state there. So yeah, that was made protected, so that's cool. We've got our cool beans. Alrighty. Back over to our debugger. Now it's getting to my nose. Okay, so the watch proc state. Let's see where it's used. Cool. Ah, oh, get current state. That's okay, let's see. Alrighty. We're gonna take this puppy right down to here. You know what? I'm going to give that puppy an underline. In fact, I think I'm going to give all those an underline here in a minute. Get P. All right, there we go. I'm going to get rid of these. Let's see what we got here. Ah, God damn it. I should probably just turn my fan off, I guess. All right, so we've got get current state, and that's going to be after current state. I'm going to have to rename that. Get debugger mode. All right, let's see. What did I? Oh, duh. Alrighty. I should probably make that atomic at some point. Oh, right. Forgot. Where did it go? Awesome use of mutable. So, we got screen lock, and we return processor state. Oops, underscore. Ta-da. Yeah, that should be right. Hope so. Do, 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 do. All right, here we go. So, guess we could do the same thing to MMU state too. Actually, we can probably get rid of copying like the RAM buffer and the page buffer, unless like that window is open, then do it, I guess. But we'll see. All righty. Okay, so we got consume command, we got our buffer, our state, and I think everything should be working from that point on. If not, we're gonna find out. Yeah, wow. Oh, that's right. I gotta got some more stuff up in here. Hmm. This seems like it's something that belongs in the debugger. Let's see, who is calling check CPU state on a timer? Hmm. So all I need's that data out of it. Hmm. Alrighty. I know what to do with that. Let me see if there's anything that I really need to. Okay, get processor state. That's fine. But still makes that difficult to get to. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. All right, get I really need to rename that to something else. That's gonna bug me. We'll do this for right now. Pair unsigned short, I guess. I should kind of the standard thing. So let's do this. Do, 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 do. Come on. Processor state dot PC. That should do it. And we'll lock this. Yeah, this one will have to be locked even if this one that was to be made atomic. So let's go right here. Breakpoint update, set breakpoints, get da. That should be const. Oops, I need to make sure that this is right there. Const. Let's see, was this in this is in VCC, I think. We'll just track the failure. There we go. I guess I could just do this. For right now. See, it only does that on halt, not on break. Starting to think break isn't even used. Let's see where it is used. Yeah, it's like hardly ever used, man. It only does it in one place. Okay, set breakpoints, do break. So I'll probably combine those into like one. But I'm not really sure this is correct logic either. I'm not sure I really want this to be doing that. This should not do a break though. I mean, if the update is because of the, that's not really update CPU state, that's more just update breakpoints. Maybe update debugger. All right, so anyway, that should take care of the errors anyway. No, it didn't. Motherfucker. What am I doing here? Oh. See, I use it. Is that up there? But I didn't do this. And then watch RAM buffer should be different. This is really problematic anyway. This really doesn't. I'm talking about the locking. I mean, how long have I been doing this? I need to. Okay, it's an hour and a half. I think I got about an hour left that I can actually do this. I might just run for the stretch. Fuck it. It's Sunday night, right? So, actually, let me do this. All right. Okay. So, Michael Heard. He commented. I wonder if it's a good or bad one. Let's see how many comments that I have. Okay, so I've got one comment, another comment, but I think that's on a different video, and then a like. Okay, more boring stuff. So I think Ron might be replying to my comment about the stuff in Kumiko, the size and all that. It's pretty big. All right, so anyway, the locking right here is bothering me because I'm not sure that the data that it's retrieving here is, I mean, it should be because of where this is climbed, but anybody can do this. So that's one of the problems that get exposed. This data is not necessarily uh, locked on the other side. But I do believe that there is a way that I can restrict that. That's easy enough. That should be easy enough. I can check some thread IDs and stuff like that. I mean, still, these expected that it was there, so this should only be updated from, what is it, Coco 3. It's before the cycle, or maybe it's VCC. Who knows? You know, I'm not sure that. Yeah, I think that's right. Okay, let me switch back over to. I thought, I mean, you know, I'm gonna have to have my one of my candy bars here in a minute. It comes in a thing of 4. All right. So this is like fine for now, I guess, but should probably really be fed by the CPUs themselves. So we'll see, because this get MMU state. I'll have to work on that, but for now, all of this is in a good spot. So make sure I got everything here. Alrighty. Hmm. You know, some of the stuff might not be necessary. I think I can turn those windows into a full client of the debugger with callback events so that they can fill the shit themselves. So, so let's do this. Do, 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 do. All right, so anyway, that I think does it for that. So let's go ahead and do a commit here. All right, so processor state. Let's get rid of some of these windows here. Too many of them motherfuckers open. Oops. Let's see, what did I do on my last commit? Oh yeah, okay. Let's see, wait a minute. Oops, I knew I was forgetting something. Don't need to do that anymore. Actually, we should go ahead and make that a reference anyway. Debugger processor state. All right, so that we don't need to lock anymore because that's handled by the get processor state function. And then all this stuff is what we had. So okay, so we'll, and then of course the get state with PC, and we'll kind of clean that up later. Um, that's cool. That'll get molded in pretty quick. So I'm not really sure some of this really needs to be here. I think we can. I think we can do a better job of alerting the window when a breakpoint or a halt actually happens, and so that it can do its update. It's easy enough to have a callback that just posts a message to the window, says, "Hey, do this," then remove itself later on. So get some of that hard-coded stuff out there so that we can break those dependencies, because that's going to be a big mix. I'm going to be adding a window, um, and I just working within this type of a thing just makes it a lot more difficult. And there are better ways to set the mode. Maybe I'll change the idle. Maybe the current state is idle, then then the debugger ain't doing anything. If it's a halt or a step or whatever, then you've got your stuff going on. All right, so and that's it for that. So yeah, should be debugger update. Oh no, yeah. So oh no, we just renamed it. That was already done. We did that last time. Duh. Simple. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have me candy bar because I freaking deserve it. So of course, if I my music stopped. God damn it. Let's see what we got. What do you got up next? Eric Bain or Kim. Cool. This is a journey into sound. No, it's not. It's a journey into code. Lying motherfucker. All right, so we got watch RAM buffer. I'm not really too hot on updating that, but we'll see. Hmm. We got MMU state. Actually, let me do this. I want to. All right, and it's mostly in debugger, but all right, another place where we've got. All right, so we're not doing those two yet, so we're gonna move that down here, and we're gonna do a get MMU state because it's making a copy of it anyway. Oh shit, I'm already pulling out my second candy bar. I haven't even finished my first, man. Hmm. We're gonna do that. So all right, MMU state, get MMU state copy. And we're gonna go up here to this. All right. And we got our section lock. Oops, MMI state. Yeah. They suck more than Duke. Ha. Alrighty. Oh, copy. I'll still make this a reference. Hmm. Hmm. Now I'm gonna have to take a closer look at that using uh, slots and well, they're as a kind of a messaging for when stuff needs to be updated because some of this stuff can really be collected by the windows that need it rather than having it in the debugger itself. That would really streamline the debugger and help keep the UI aspects of it in the UI code. Because this is really just an examination, so it's I don't know. I guess you could consider it a debug call, but hmm. Well, I've still got quite a bit, particularly here in the memory monitor. The memory map's pretty easy. Right, forgot that. What do I have? Oh man. Okay, that one needs to go in. Get enemy state copy. Shit. All right, let's do this. Stash. Stash really comes in handy. Watch this. I'm not going to do anything. Close. All right, so do that. Commit. That should be fine. All right, so memory map. And then, of course, VCC is doing it. But that's during the initialization, so there's a good chance, yeah, this should all just like go away. Let's see here. Let's do, maybe I'll wait for that build to finish up. Mm. Yeah, I just stuff to have a candy bar in my whole damn mouth. That's how good these things are, man. Twix, cookies and cream. Awesome. That's Halloween. I'm gonna pay for it though. Let's see here. All right. There we go. So let's see what else is using this. Okay, we got to enter and leave. And that's gonna be for the MMU pages. That one actually has to stay. Hmm. Pulling the RAM size. That's setting the MMU page, so that's easy enough. All right, so not too much left to do in it. Man, that one's gonna be fun. So let's get back over here to the AMM monitor. All right. But we really want to gather all that stuff all at the same time. Bummer, man. Hmm. All right, let's see this. Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh shit, I only got one left. Yeah, I'm gonna save that one for later. Can't believe I ate all three of them, man. Just down, down, down. Hmm. Well, so far so good. I figure out why everything is. I mean, it's like yeah, I gotta have to reduce the build time on this. All right, so that's perfect. That's good. Mm. Man. Okay, what's the RAM buffer? I'll have to change that to. All right, so what did we do with this? We moved the. Okay. Of course, I got to go back and review all this stuff later. So, I mean, obviously, there's crap in here I'm going to change, but I'm just doing this ad hoc. I'm not even thinking about a lot of it ahead of time. So that makes a difference, I guess. But all right, so let's see. Let's get rid of. Okay, I can get rid of that. I think I can get rid of VCC now. Hmm. Hmm. All right. Well, let's do this. Actually, let's do the MView page first. And they're going to want to set that. Wow, it's used in a couple of different places. I'm going to fix those next. So, because now that I got all this in here, I'm in a locks. I'm in a lock. I don't have to worry about much. Hmm. Yeah, I know exactly how I'm going to do the thing. Let's see. Let's see what Ron has to say here. All right. Okay, let's go check. Let's see what Mike said. Huh. Oh, well. Yeah. Oh, y'all are just sitting there looking at me like, what the fuck is he doing? Just staring at the TV. All right, so I was replying to someone. Let's see. All right, so we got that. And we're gonna have to set it somehow. All right. Hmm. Actually, you know what? That is actually gonna work pretty good. Wish I'd considered that beforehand. So let's do this. What are they using to store that in that unsigned care? Let's just make this an int. You'll see what I'm doing. This is gonna be one of the last ones I do. I'm gonna change some things up around here. All right, so we got those. And those are going to kind of go away. Well, they're going to move. Did I not? Oh, I guess I did not. Okay. Those will suffice for now. So let's do this. And what is page? Page is just an int. Don't worry, this is not going to actually matter. So now there's going to be a contention here because of state copy, and that could be different. That image page could like magically change, but like it shouldn't. But this could be set before the next update, which would cause this to be stale and not be correct. So we're going to want to take that into account later on. But the changes that I'm about to make for the callbacks, as soon as I figure out what to do with that, will or the slots events kind of thing will certainly help that. It'll also take away that that dependency that I have on the Windows stuff. So let's see here. But that actually might might take a little bit of work. So I may kind of, and it's like 8:30 already, so I'm gonna do this for about another half hour. What? Oh, you know what? Actually, that is not going to matter. Set. We're gonna change that up a little bit. It's not gonna actually matter in a little bit, but I got to get something in there to do this. Let's see, debugger. Oh, okay, so where's the other one? Oh, I guess it comes afterwards. There we go, right there. And what other errors is it giving me? So anyway, oh, there we go. Oh my God, it's JJ Fad. Ha! Any page is not a member of debugger. Of course not. Okay, do hard reset. Okay, well, there's other stuff that has to be in there. So let's do this. Give it a good old reset. Surprised that nothing else is being reset though. Probably have to go in and take a look at that. Let's do this. Reset. And we're gonna go over here, debugger. Reset. All right. And we got that, and we got the hard reset in. Alrighty. Generating code and we're done. Hmm. All right. So I'm guessing when I get these things in here, that should be defined. So what I'm going to end up doing is now after putting all of this stuff in here, which is great. I mean, that this gives me some encapsulation of and workability with expanding this later. Now that I can see what is and isn't using it and get a better idea of how it's using it, I can actually move this out and make it a little bit better. All right, let's see what we get here. Freaking JJ Fad. I saw them in concert. I actually got their autograph at one point. They were doing a kind of a meet and greet at one of the local record stores. Remember those? Um, and they because they were opening for Run DMC, and so Daryl McDaniels was down there as well. So he showed up. And he just kind of walked the crowd. He looked a little grumpy that day though. Looked like he really didn't want to be there. But who knows, man? He just be the way he is. Maybe he's the happiest motherfucker you could ever meet. Maybe you'd never know it. All right, so we got section lock. Let's go ahead and commit this. So let's see. We did the MMU page. You'll see what I'm getting at because there's some stuff in here that it's gonna take a little bit of rework, but yeah, it should be fine. Page moved. Keep that for right now, and then you know what? I'm just gonna do these right away because this will be real nice and quick. I'm just gonna get all those all nice and even just to be a dick about it. All right, you know what? Let's just do this and get that. There we go. All right, so all right, this is we'll just get this. Let's go over here. And these are going to be going away. The more I think about it, the more it goes through my head. And I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea. And I should never have to set it, so that's good. MMU page buffer. MMU page buffer. Okay. Ooh. Oh, right. Do 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 do. And it should be down here. There may actually be a fucking part 4 to this, but I'm not gonna have time to really do it live because, well, it's I talk a lot and that just kind of works up my train of thought. That's all right. We've got stuff really in a good position now, so that should be fine there. So do we have a, nope. There we go. Yeah. You know what? I'm nothing to do with that. I know what I'm going to do. Oh, damn it. Well, I guess getting a line I can do. Do I really want to go through all that fucking trouble when I know that I'm about ready to change that shit up? There we go. And you know what? I'm going to do this because I can. Okay, well, that should only be that. It's only that one little piece there. That ain't right. All right, let's do this. Let's move this back up here. No, actually, that doesn't belong there. Down here. We'll just change the name for right now. And for that, we kind of need to have that there because we want to make sure that's locked. All right. Now this next one's going to take a while, so I hope I got enough time to actually get something done with it. So, and I think we might take on the memory map first. Let's see. Let's start that puppy up and memory display. Or maybe actually, you know what? I think yeah, this is fine, but you know, I think the maybe the MMU monitor probably be a better idea. All right, let's do this because I'm going to collapse all this shit later on anyway. All right, so that's what we're going to do there. Now, all right, so what I'm going to do is this. Using callback type equals, oops. add callback. And remove callback. Now we're going to do this. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, I should probably take a look at this. Okay. It doesn't matter the order. Doesn't seem to matter the order anyway. Just get all this crap ahead of time, and actually processing the command should probably come afterwards. Perfect. Okay. So now, oops, that's a callback type. And that's callbacks. So we're going to take this, and we're going to go up to, you know what, actually, let's do this. Oh, right. Where did I put the callback? Oh, here we go. All right, there we go. Got that. I'm going to go up here to current state. All right, so let's do this. Okay, we got callbacks. You know what? Probably should do this. Go up here and actually add the name. All right. I have to add some error checking to that later on just to keep everything straight. And actually, you know what? I'm going to do that right now. No time like the present. Find. Make sure it doesn't already exist. If it does, we're going to throw an exception. And equals. Bummer. Oh. All right. So things are looking all rosy and peachy so far. So this is good. So I don't necessarily believe that the order makes any damn bit of difference. Any whatsoever. So we're just going to go with that idea. Okay, so we got this. See, this is actually going to get rid of a lot of the shit because a lot of the shit really doesn't belong here. A lot of this stuff is for the UI, which we just honestly, debugger doesn't give shit about. Okay, and there's a better way. And well, there are ways to keep that like kind of isolated to those UI files to where the main program doesn't have to know thing about them, and it shouldn't. I mean, um, certainly there's facilities that are needed by those, but those aren't necessarily the responsibility of the debugger to handle that. And there are ways that the debugger can actually let you know, and that's what I'm going to be doing here. So I'm going to be registering these callbacks with these windows um, to update their own data within the context of this. So there's that all of this locking over here is going to get moved too. Um, so let's figure out, we want to do the MMU monitor first, I think. Actually, you know what? Let's do the processor state. That seems like a fun one. Yeah, get processor state. So we won't even do this. And you know what? I think I just might do this debugger. Let's go back over here. Yeah, we're going to take window handle as the argument, so that should come in useful later on. That way we can communicate with that puppy. All right, so we got that going. We got that going. Now let's do debugger. All right. Callback. Second. And callback. That first. All right. So we've got that. That's good. So now we can get rid of all of this crap here. So it doesn't have to care. It doesn't have to care. Now there will be certainly things that'll come the other direction as well. Like the breakpoint window. Set the new breakpoints every time you change it. That's that's a legit thing. Um, you want to have that functionality in the debugger, although you probably want to have like add and remove and all of that stuff, and then have kind of a callback to those windows if they're available. So yeah, this is a bit of a better option, but it's all right. It's this will not take much to do. Um, all right, so we got that. Let's say this. Oops, don't want to do that. I should push this up to GitHub though, because all of this stuff is being pushed up to GitHub, but I haven't done that in quite a few commits. Let's get rid of that. Okay, let's callbacks. Add a callbacks to debugger. All right, so here's what we're gonna do here. Let's see. I guess we could do the MMU. Let's not do the MMU monitor. That's too much shit. Um, let's see. Let's processor state. Yep. Okay. So what we need to do is get here on init dialog. And you know what? I bet I probably didn't do this. Yeah, add callback and remove callback. Section lock. That's perfect. And right there. Debugger dot add callback. I should probably do um, and we'll do this void dot oops. Wow. We're gonna make this static. Okay, so this needs the processor state, so we're gonna take this out of here. Where's processor state? Right here. Get CPU state and RAM buffer. Perfect. We're going to drop 2 of these motherfuckers at once. Awesome. All right, so we got processor state there and RAM buffer there. So we're going to take that shit. We're going to do this right over here. Except, we go over here, debugger. Okay, we got our processor state. That's that for right now. And then our RAM buffer state. Is that motherfucker right here? Although we could probably change that to just an array now, since we really don't care about any um, like initialization or anything. So we're going to move this out here. We're actually going to need locking mechanism for this too. So actually, we're going to make these static, just so they kind of stay within our little realm here. And okay, so we got that. That's pretty good. And now we are going to do this. I guess I should do that. Kind of stick with this. So we got our we update our stuff here, and you know what? This kind of belongs. The section locker kind of belongs in VCC. So let's do this here as well. All right, we'll get rid of these. Get rid of this. All right, so we got that done, and let's get rid of this motherfucker over here. That way we've got oh, there we go. We want some of a big critical section now. This is going to be real super simple. So and I'll split these files up later. So let's do this. Okay, we've got details. All right, so I'm gonna do this. There we go. And this, and we want this. What is the, okay, we've got initialize and then delete. Critical section, awesome. And you know what? I think I'll go ahead and do this. Lock. And unlock. Simple enough. Now the reason why I'm not going into the C++ threading stuff, which I really probably should, is that I have a feeling that we'll probably still have to support 2015, which I don't think really fully supports all that stuff. So we'll see. We shall see. And section locker, we'll keep that for right now, I guess. Let's do this because and we'll do this critical section. Alrighty. And we've got that going. All right. So that will give us, okay, we don't need that, but that needs to be, That'll all need to be reset. So I'll have to figure out a way to alert them to that. But I mean, if there's a hard reset, I guess those windows, just get a update on the callback too. So we shall see. Let's just comment these out for right now. Get current state with PC. Okay, that one's going to be a problem. Sure. Get processor state is gone. All right. Actually, that's get processor state. Get current state with PC. We're just gonna comment that out for a minute. And then there should be the stuff at the bottom here. There we go. Okay, so we do all our callbacks, then we process our command. Okay, perfect. Hmm. Oh, right, breakpoints wants the current state too. It's a conundrum. Did I delete the RAM buffer? Yes, I did. Okay, that's in the memory map. Is that? It's not the one we're working on, is it? I already forgot. Oh, we're working on processor state, man. So the thing's got way too many dependencies. Maybe I'll do the memory map first. That seems to be, yes, processor state, that's going to be okay, so we got that, yeah, regs u, but, oh, that's just because it's not getting into that gets cleaned up pretty easy. Yeah, I think I will do that. I think I will. All right. That's fine. Don't really care too much about that. Easy enough to redo. Help that out. And let's see, use this after. Yeah, that's what we want. All right, here we go. So we need that back, and we need that back, and we need that back. So we've got screen locker, and I think I'm going to convert those over to use the lock. Oh yeah, don't want to forget about restoring that. Okay, those are really that. All right, so we can rebuild that, and we'll go over here to debug utils. Let's go ahead and do this. Clean this shit up right now. That way we've got And actually, should be able to actually just go in and do this. Should have thought about that before. Da-da. Don't know that we'll have. Well, oops. Oh, right. I don't need to do that. And I don't need to do that. So these are pretty freaking useless. Get rid of those in a minute. What? Oh, right. There we go. Okay. That should throw a couple other things out of whack. But not there. There we go. Small side effect of that. Why is that not indenting? There we go. So we only want to lock at that particular point. But that's okay. That will actually go away, I think. Oh, we got to do line out here. There we go. Audio monitor, quick load VCC. Da, 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 da. See, what are they saying in that thread? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Hmm. Let me see. Where did my... Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, okay, everything is good. So let's actually... Now we're going to update the memory map. Or not the... yeah, the memory map. I think that was the easy one. Oh no, that requires the PC. So okay, so that. Oops. Alrighty. Motherfucker. Change that. My music just went off again. Damn. Let's see. Let's skip that. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Not really in the mood for them. Let's get rid of Outcast. Let's go with some fucking Comatina. All right. So let's see here. What do I have? Is that even working? Yep, it is. All right. So let's do this. Debugger. All right. So we want to do the. Do we want to do the? Let's find the easiest one to do. That might actually end up being the breakpoints. set breakpoints and break. Ah, there we go. Get current state with MC. Okay. Damn it, I always hate when stuff like this gets in the way. You know, I might leave that stuff in there. Let's take a look at debugger. Okay, so I keep, that's different. This is the processor state, processor state. Yeah, all that needs to go away. Set breakpoints. Keep up there. So yeah, these we definitely want to get rid of. And those kind of use this, so that's okay. Okay, so we want to take that MMU state stuff out of there. That, not sure the debugger really cares about that yet. Definitely not the displayed MMU page, because that's or the MMU page buffer. Alrighty then. I guess that is probably one of the things that we have to tackle first, although I guess we could do the memory map first. That's right here. Okay, so that RAM buffer is going to come out of there like a bad tooth. Okay, we get debugger utils, Coco 3 debugger. All right, so RAM buffer. Easy enough. Okay, so we got our debugger. We don't really care too much about that, but we do want to go into our memory map, do a little bit of setup here. Init. All right. All right, so right here we are good. EMU state dot debugger. At callback, I should actually change that to register. Client at callback OC HDLG, comma update state data or whatever. I'll fix that later. Okay, so we got that. We're gonna come up here. We're gonna make this static void window. All right, and we want to do this. WM destroy, destroy, destroy right here. This will allow us to get rid of this dependency. And let's actually go up here and take care of that, some of that right now. Da, 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 da. So just in case we do have callbacks, we got to process them. All right, so this is, ooh, let's go into here and check this get state stuff right here. Where is that? See, that's, okay, that's coming out of the MMU. Okay, so this actually, we can, yeah, that's, okay, so we're going to be called in the same state, so we can do this. We don't even need to do that. Well, I guess we could. Nope, don't need to do that. All right, so we need, I'm going to do static for this at the moment. Hmm. I think that there's times. No, not in there. But there is right here in the debugger. All right, so we don't even have a kind of a size there, but that's, let's do this. I'll worry about the reset later, so let's get rid of this. That way I know that it's there. Uh, fix that. That's going to be in TCC. Let's see how many left. Okay, that's just that. All right, so we lock ourselves here. There we go. Stick those in there where they belong, and we're good. All right, so let's see where we're accessing this at. Okay, so that's locked, and we're good there. Okay, so that gets rid of RAM buffer. All righty, let's get rid of that. Get state. Perfect. Where's 6309? Cool. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I forgot one. Oh, and debugger. All right, okay. I'll have to do something for handling reset, but that's okay. And you know what? Oh, what? Oh, duh. Definitions, definitions, definitions. Duh. I gotta be so foolish. Oops, I need. All right, no errors. Okay, cool. Cool beans. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And we can get rid of that. Yeah, maybe we should probably do a little bit of testing here. Let's see. Memory map. Update data. And just to make sure that's being called. All right, and let's see, memory display. And there we go, first update. And this will help me. Oh, I would have expected all of those to be, oh wait, I guess, let's do this. And next time we go in there, that should be filled in. Yeah, see, it's got all kinds of data in there. So let's, oh, and you guys can't even see the windows here right there. Okay, so we got this stuff's updating like it should. See, this, having this in here will help us like better coordinate it because um, these RAM updates don't actually have to be done like all the time. I mean, it's just like the other Windows. You set a timer. It sets a flag and this says, "Oh, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and do that." And make it atomic, and then you don't have to worry about any locking contentions and all that. And boom, you're done. Pretty optimal. Um, and then when like
60 times a second, it copies over that 64K. Which I mean, if you're on a if you're debugging, on this, maybe you're probably on a a higher end machine, or even a medium machine. You shouldn't have any fucking problem with this. I mean, Jesus Christ, you got 3 or 4 gigahertz going there. And if you're debugging on a Pi, it is what it is, man. Don't debug on a Pi. And don't open your fucking Pi hole about it either. See how that works? Oh, my jokes suck. All right, let's see. Let's go to a debugger. Oh, that was something. Let's see. Okay, we got rid of that. Next we'll be going for that MMU shit. All right, so that works pretty good. All right, so let's go ahead and commit that. Oh, I guess I should do that. Okay, that just okay. I want to make sure we get that before we do the callbacks. That way they can use that data. And that's pending. Okay, so yeah, current control we'll do last. And then, okay, so MMU state and MMU page, we're going to do that shit next. All right, so that's all up there. We'll clean that up. Okay, we got that namespace. Let's do this. All right, cool. And we're locking there, and then copying over the RAM from our buffer, and of course we're locking when we update it. Should be a callback and memory window. I have to find a way to remove that. In fact, you know what? I need to. Let's do that now. Let's do that for this commit. Debugger. I think we're going to need that for other parts of the application for the moment. So we're just going to go back over here, and we're going to put that shit right back where it was before. See how that works? I bet somebody's fucking dependent on that. Yeah, see, this does not care about that anymore because that will register. So its callback will have, there will be at least one callback in there, so it'll go out to what it needs to. See, then that way, whatever the window is open to it can do its own shit. All right, so yeah, see, we've got VCC checking it, so and I'll probably move those out of that someplace else. I mean, there's probably a bunch of fucking globals up here anyway. Yeah, we got a bunch of globals and shit up here, so don't really like that. It's not necessarily part of the emulator state, I guess. Oh, that don't need that one. All right, so we got that. That should have been it. That should have been the only things in there we're even referencing that. Yeah, see, that we're good. All right, so we've moved that or broken that dependency on the in the debugger. So we can oh, processor stage dialog proc. Okay. Oh, that's right. That's the one we reverted earlier. Get rid of these damn windows. Jesus Christ, I'm such a messy guy. All right, so that takes care of that. Takes care of that. All right, I already looked at this one. So, okay, we're locked and locked. All right. All right, so that's good. So my music just freaking went off again. God damn it. All right, so let's do this next. Okay, processor window. Actually, you know, I should probably go and just make sure that that still works. So let's bring this over here. Debugger memory map. Oh, wait a minute. Perfect. Still working. There we go. All right. So, you know what? I'm going to take, let's see, debugger. Get all that garbage out of there. That's going to cause all kinds of freaking problems right there. All right. That's because this shit. Now, the thing is, I'm not sure, A, you want to reset that page when there's a hard reset, because that's just, you're just resetting the machine. Um, Probably want to fill that in, but if that window is open, it's going to fill that thing on the first update anyway. But we'll probably want to finesse that a little bit, at least on a hard reset. Now on a startup, I think we want that to be 0. So let's go through here, and we can get rid of all that shit. All right, and then these right here, just, you know what? I'm going to restore that last because I want to copy that crap over. All right, these right here. We're going to take over to MMU monitor. MMU page buffer type. We'll just move this over here for right now. Yeah, I'm gonna have a bit of cleaning up to do here, and we want that watch page size over here as well. Okay, that should do it for debugger. Let's make sure all that shit's cleaned up. Oh, no. We're gonna comment those out for right now. And let's see where we're screwed up here. Wow. That's just, oh, that's the memory monitor. So this should bonus up in a few, that right here, right here. See, this isn't even really going to be a problem, I guess. I am, see, this is get MMU page copying. Every update we're copying over that 8K. I don't really know if that's, I mean, I don't really give a shit. Um, so this will change. Matter of fact, let's get rid of these. Different context. So let's go back over here. Oh wait, did we already copy that? Yep, we did. Okay. That's page number and page data. All right, so let's just take this shit over here. Oh wow, this is kind of gonna be a fucking here. Hold on. Ah, there we go. Lasts about all about 5 minutes. Okay, so let's see what else we have. Okay, let's actually, you know what, let's, I want section. This is line 443. All right, and you know what? I'm not going to be a total dick about it. What did I call that in memory map? Alrighty, and then we go back over here to debugger. Get rid of that, and I think that a couple of those, probably this one. All right, that's 466. And there we go. All right, so, and actually I move this shit up here. Did before, and you know what, I want to do this. And then, oop, go 465. Oops, nope, that ain't it. Lost my place, there we go. Oops. See, this is the problem. I don't want to lock the whole thing while it's being drawn. That's okay. All right. Have to lose that. Oops, let's just go up here and do this. And page number equals, and then page equals. All right. This one is actually pretty easy to test. All right. So, oh, I don't think I'm registering and unregistering that. Maybe a monitor. Get rid of the memory map. Da, da, da. Emu state debugger, add callback, and it's like DLG, update state data. And let's do this. Get rid of this motherfucker. Put that back into defines. Boom. Find out where all my fucking errors are. I guess I could actually just do a search. Oh, don't care about that shit anymore. Pretty sure there's a good way to get rid of this out of here too. Just have it called create function. Yeah, create dialog, and it just sets that. It isn't. Yeah, I have to look at because some of the windows like the memory window, I'd actually like to have multiple ones of those open. So like having like the whole singleton model here just doesn't do it for me. All right, so we can just go ahead and build that because that should be it. All right, I'm done with the gap band for the day. I don't want any delight. Let's go over some Wild Wild West. All right, we're good there. So we got rid of a ton out of the debugger that just didn't need to be there. Might keep the processor state, but let me see what is still left in that. What is it? Yeah, it's just processes this command. And if I remember right, this control. Okay, that takes the breakpoints and sets it. You know, that only really needs to be done if they've changed. So I'm gonna have to split that up. I'll make it easier. Like the CPU control is going to be moved in here in a second anyway, because I'm about ready to kill some of this. Because this, okay, this processor window. You know, I'm not sure that these are really necessary. I mean, all the get state stuff, that's kind of standard stuff. The fact that they use them is not really relevant to me at the moment. So let's get rid of this. Stick this back into here. Let's do this. I don't need to do that. Empty. What am I fucking thinking? Oops, don't need to do that either. Oh, okay. Oh, that's right, because it's different. Oh, okay. And we're good. Let's take a look at the debugger. Okay, that's small enough. Gotta tackle this shit next. Because that ain't necessary. All right, let's see. And let's see. Yeah. Okay, got that. But the MMU monitor is not, I don't think, yeah, I'm not registering that. I don't, yeah, I'm registering it, but I'm not unregistering it. Yep, okay, remove callback. Okay, so now let's give it a little test. All right, processor state, that's fine. Okay, those are fine. And of course it starts up another damn window. MMU monitor. Okay, 0. And let's do this. Yep. All right. Exactly what I expect to be there too. So awesome. And then we go back to the other task. Cool. And let's see this. HFFA2, comma 2. All right, there we go. Cool. But if we do HCLS, that's not going to do anything. Yeah, it is. Wow. You could do an HCLS in that? Huh? Okay. Oh, it didn't change that. That's right. It doesn't do that. Okay, cool. Bingo. Alrighty, that was easy enough. All right, so I love this song. It's a good song. How you like me now? Yeah, I think I'm about done for the night. Damn, it's almost fucking 10 o'clock. Man, I've been a long time. Longer than I expected. Oh, okay, so I got rid of all of that. All right, so get processor state is the kind of the big one. Processor state. Okay, so that's the only place that's been used, huh? Okay, but I know this is being used somewhere else. Breakpoints. Okay. Hmm. I think I'm going to think on that one for a while. And I'm going to go take a look at. Okay, that's. We'll just append that to that. Okay. CPU control. take a look at these. Come on, I said go to definition. God damn it. Hmm. That's good. Okay, so we get that CPU statement. Okay, and then we handle that there. So what we want to do here is process the command, but need to be able to set breakpoints. Okay. So we can replicate that same logic. Let's see. Okay, so let's do a quick kind of diff thing here. Go 349 and 144. Yeah, see, like they're the same damn thing. Okay, so let's see what we can't do with that. All right, so let's do this. Let's actually just take this whole goddamn function over here to the debugger. We're going to do this. Oh, right. CPU control state. That is local to the CPU. Hmm. That should actually be the current state. You know what? Actually, that one's going to need some thought. So I need to figure out how to deal with this because there are two copies, so I need to move one into there. So that's something that I'm going to wait on do that next time I get a chance, which may not be for a few days. It could be tomorrow. I'm hoping that it's tomorrow because I'd like to put all of this shit to bed. All right, we're done there. So anyway, I think that is it for me tonight. How long did this one go on? Damn, 3 hours and 30 minutes, 33 minutes. That's just way too freaking long, man. I should have quit a couple hours ago. All right. So anyway, I think that you know what, I am going to take off here. I'm going to get this here. So all right. So anyway, have a great week. Don't screw anything up, and keep cocoaing. Yeah. Yeah. Awesome.